Okay, today for Sacred Self-Love, we are focused on movement. And I'm going to start off talking about something a little different than you might think when we talk about sacred. Hi, Stephanie.
Good morning.
Morning. We are just getting started. We are live, and we are reading this morning just a bit from Maps to Ecstasy. I don't know, you might know Gabrielle Roth. She was a massage therapist, and this morning we're talking about sacred self-love and movements. And we're going to go to the poll, and we're going to bring in sacred self-love in our poll session this morning. But to start out, I want to share with you just two little paragraphs and then this little excerpt from this book this is about sadness. She says this: sadness is the release, the emotional letdown when our expectations, our wishes are disappointed. The tension of expectation and tension is melted away. Sadness hurts because it involves letting go of what we're attached to, whether it's a goodnight kiss, a gold medal, or a love affair, and living with loss. We are familiar with the signs of sadness. The eyes are weary, the face drops, the back stoops, shoulders sag, arms, feet. Sadness is a kind of wilting all over. Naturally, we fight sadness mightily. We want to be happy. The pursuit of happiness is a national right, a universal obsession. And then she says, as everyone knows, children cry a lot. They go all hell-bent for something, get stymied and scream and protest. Life is always disappointing them, and they lose with their unhappiness. And when the crying's done, it's over. There's no lingering trail of depression, but children are soon taught that crying and sadness are to be avoided if possible, and not something good. Now there, don't cry. What's wrong with you? Don't be a sissy. Don't be a baby. It's easy to fall into a trap of trying to protect our children from inevitable disappointments. Same with ourselves. And so what does sadness have to do with the sacred moment and sacred self-love today? Because as we're coming to the poll and as we go through our day, we might experience a lot of different emotions. Maybe it's sadness, anger, grief, happiness. And as we become better at accepting ourselves fully, and when we look at those things as sacred, so I want you to add in the next time that you're feeling sadness, I want you to add in the word sacred sadness first, because just like a child has the permission to scream or cry and get it all out, because that depression is that energy pressed down. And our pole practice is our sacred movement practice. So we can take any of those feelings inside of us, turn them into sacred feelings, because when we offer our sadness and we give it the gift of saying it's sacred, then we can look at it and we can see, what is the gift here that I'm getting from this? Just like a child knows what it wants and it can express freely what it wants, and it can go on with its day and experience the joy, because the joy is what we are here for. And that's the next part that she said. All the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players. And they have their exits and their entrances. And one man in his time plays many parts. And in your many parts that you're playing, think of them now as sacred. Think of your whole life as a sacred act, and that you're moving from one emotion to the next in a sacred way. You're moving from one feeling to the next in a sacred way. In our pole practice, we're moving our body. And as we practice today, imagine we're in sacred home pose. We're in sacred center pose. And today I invite you to shift your perception of your life, whether it's sadness or happiness or joy or ecstasy or bliss, and look at it as sacred. Because when we shift our perception, it shifts our reality. So now we're going to go step into our sacred portal, and I'm going to invite you to take whatever feelings that you're feeling today, whatever you awoke with. Maybe it's happiness and gratitude, maybe it's some worry or some stress. Wherever you're at right now, whatever you're feeling is okay. And it's sacred because it's what you're feeling right now. And there's a gift in what you're feeling right now. So we're going to get to the pole, and I invite you to move with me in this sacred way today at the pole. Coming into home pose, holding the pole, taking a deep breath, feeling so much gratitude. What is sacred to you? Think of some feelings, some word feelings in your body about sacredness. The first breath we take when we're being born. The last breath we exhale as we leave this planet. The one you're taking now. Coming back and forth on your feet. Coming into this sacred moment that you have created for yourself in this time, in this space, in your sanctuary. Coming into center pose, feet to the pole, coming up, lifting up, raising your hands to the sky. In center pose, we raise our hands to the sky and we connect the earth and the sky as we slide down, breathing in that manna, blowing out love, swaying our hips back and forth, side to side. If you feel, gripping the pole, bending your elbows, looking at the pole, breathing, moving your body into the sacred moment, holding the pole, opening back into T-pose. T-pose opens the heart chakra as we're opening our vessel full of love today. Good, holding the pole, opening back. Sacred time is love. So your time here on this planet, in this moment, is love. Breathing. Deep breath, forward fold down. Blowing it out as you're coming down. Coming down even further, walking the head down even further. Deep breath in. Blowing it out. Deep breath in. Blowing it out. Opening the arms, forward star. You're a portal of light, a vessel of light, a shining light. You are a star. Breathing. Good. Switch. Left hand up, right hand down. Are you pulling with your eyes open or closed? If you close your eyes, bring your energy into your heart. Flowing in and out that love, pulling back. Good. Now we're going to come up into home pose on the tippy toes. Breathing in, letting it out. Now take that left foot directly in front of the pole. Take the right foot, point it out straight. We're going to bring some energy in now. Bringing that right foot up, straight up and down. You can use your pole practice to cultivate energy. If you're feeling low energy, come to your portal. Right foot to the pole, left foot up. You can use your legs to really bring the energy from the earth. You're bringing the energy from the earth into your body. The earth is giving to us in all the ways, all the days. Good. Reverse star. Left hand down, right hand up. Squeeze the glutes. Come up on the tippy toes, squeezing the thighs. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Left hand up, right hand down. How are you doing? How are you feeling? Breathing. Right hand up, walking the feet out. Reverse angle, pointing the toe. Now we're going to push the toe up and down. Up and down as we're pulsing up and down. This is really strengthening those ab muscles. Our abdomen does so much for us. elongating our intestines, right foot down, left foot up. Good, rolling over, looking up at the pole, swaying those hips back and forth. Swaying the hips back and forth, right foot up. Pushing that shoulder down. Good, right foot down, left foot up. Looking up at the pole. Good, coming back, put the feet to the pole. Forward angle, number 2, hands down, coming back. We're gonna come up on the tippy toe. So put that left foot directly in front of the pole, foot straight out, pointing the toe. We're in a divine moment, aligning with our highest purpose, right foot to the pole, left foot up. We are balanced and stable. Good, coming into chair pose, in the north side of your pole, onto chair pose. Good. Now we're gonna bounce up and down, squeezing those glutes, squeezing those thighs. You can either be on your tippy toes or flat foot. Good, coming to the east side, and we're gonna come flat foot and we're gonna ground. Breathing. Good, come to the south side. Now we're gonna bounce. Good, bouncing up and down. Good, west side, holding stable. Waking those legs up. Breathing, sitting in the sacred moment. Breathing. Good, back to north. Sitting once more. Breathing. Deep breath. Snake pose. Left foot to the pole, right foot around. We want to shake, not ache. The sacred moment is always perfect. Good. Right foot down, left foot around. This is how we switch timelines. We can always jump to the sacred moment, and that takes us to the highest timeline at that moment. Breathing. Deep breath, forward fold. Feel your intestines digesting the leftover food. Deep breath in, letting it out. Deep breath in, letting it out. Good, coming back, walking up, looking up at the pole, stretching, bending the elbows. Good, coming back, rolling back up, forward angle number 2. Dropping those elbows, coming up on the feet. Tippy toes. Now take the pole. You might have to come up a little bit further where you're holding it with your right hand. Bring the left hand up. You're bending the elbow. You're really holding the pole here. Squeezing with your hands, squeezing with the biceps. Good, switch. Holding with your left hand. Putting the right hand up. Hold the pole with your left hand. Breathing. Good, now we're gonna come into Superman. Bringing that leg out. Reaching out, pointing the toe. Opening the hips. And breathing. Good. Come into full moon from here. Full moon, shining the light. Did your back pop? Breathing. My back popped. Full moon. Good. Superman. Right foot straight out, or the opposite foot that you did, reaching out. As you go through your day, come to your pole and go into Superman, into full moon, back and forth a few times, and notice if your back pops and get it into alignment. Come into this sacred moment. Good. Coming back, hands up, full moon, dropping the pelvis. Breathing. Your pole practice is your movement meditation, so really bring that breath in. Good. We're going to come into swimmer's pose, rolling over into swimmer's. Right foot out, right foot out, pointing the toe, left hand out, pointing the hand, pointing that right toe down, or right shoulder down. Switch, right foot, switch, hand, pushing the left shoulder down, reaching out. Good, switch, back flat. Breathing. Good, coming back up, coming into the sit spot. Coming into sit spot. Good, sitting down. Reverse sitting lotus. All the way down with your head to the ground, and we're going to go into reverse shoulder stand. Good, bringing your feet to the pole, head to the pole, hands on the earth. Breathing. You can use reverse shoulder stand to stimulate your digestion anytime. Sway the hips side to side. Breathing. This one's so good to do when you first wake up. Good. Sliding down, and then holding the pole. Hold the pole with your feet. Good. Gently drop the feet off the pole. Down to the ground. Slowly, slowly down. Good job. Breathing. 3 deep breaths. Good. Coming up, bringing your feet up once more. And then we're going to drop that right toe back. Good. Any of you can just keep it parallel, that's fine. Or if you can't do this one, go on to do something else that you can do. Breathing, good. Coming back, bringing that right foot to the pole, left foot back down. In holistic yoga, we stretch our body in different ways every day. So it keeps our body thinking, keeps our body moving, all the different muscles in our body, all the little muscles sliding down, bringing your feet sliding down the pole, sliding down until you feel like you're going to come off the pole and hold. Good. Coming down, coming down, coming down. Good. Drop the feet down. Breathing. Good. Turning the body to the pole. Feet up. Pointing the toe. Toes. Drop the foot into scissors pose. Pointing the toes. And in this moment, imagine every moment in your life before now. And we're going to stamp it as sacred because every moment has been sacred. Breathing. Now we're going to take a deep breath, coming up, upward folded scissors pose, bringing that right foot up off the ground just a bit, pointing the toes, pulling yourself up into this moment of acceptance, pure acceptance of your purpose, of your path, everyone that's been in it, pure love and gratitude that has brought this moment into existence. Laying back down, right foot up. Any thoughts of limitation, of lack, or cut away? As you're standing in your robe of glory and royalty now, you are ordained. Deep breath coming up as the chosen one. In this moment, you are the chosen one. It is sacredly you. We celebrate you. We see you. Tell yourself, I love you, self. I accept you, self. Thank you, self, for showing up here. Coming back down into bridge pose. Pushing the pelvis to the ceiling. Good. Now we're going to take and push that pelvis up and down. Up and down, up and down. Good. Now we're going to sway it side to side. Sway your hips side to side here. It is safe to move our body in a sacred way. Good. Laying the bottom down, feet up, coming up onto the pole with the right foot. You can either be flat foot or tippy toes. I feel safe moving my body. Good. Right foot, left foot up, right foot down. Good. Coming back down, coming into corpse pose. Laying in this moment. Taking a deep breath, coming up into forward sitting lotus pose. Taking a deep breath, pulling it out, opening back, taking that right foot, hooking it back, opening up. Looking back. Switch. Right hand to the pole, right foot to the pole, switching back open. Breathing. And like when a baby is born, everyone celebrates. That's how I celebrate you, this new you, this sacred you. Your visions and your goals, and your dreams and your desires, and all the tools to make them come true. Back, forward, sitting lotus pose. This time we're going to take a deep breath, forward fold down to our feet. Bringing the head down to your feet. Breathing. Good. Coming back up, up, up. Now we're going to turn. Bring our back to the pole. Reverse sitting lotus. Take your hands, push yourself up off the ground, push your bottom into the pole, your back into the pole, your spine into the pole, your head into the pole. Holding yourself up off the ground. Between you and the earth, there is space. Now sit your bottom down into that space, sitting yourself into this sacred moment. Imagine you're sitting on a lotus. Now take your hands and stretch the back of your hands on your knees, sitting straight up with your chin parallel to that lotus. Breathing. You are the beauty, you are the divine essence of the Creator in this moment. And every moment going from here is a sacred moment for you. Shake it out into sitting pose. Shake your hands, shake your feet, shake it all out. Accept you're good. Accept that goodness is coming to you. Accept the miracles today. Drop your hands, drop your feet. There is goodness coming to you today because you are now in alignment, ready to receive it. Receive your beauty, receive your gifts and your abundance. Take a deep breath in and letting it out. With gratitude and joy. And I'll invite you to sit for 2 minutes in this sacred moment and receive your gift of alignment. Taking a deep breath in, and back into this moment, back into this space and time. Give yourself a hug for showing up. And in the beginning, we talked about sadness and feelings, and just know that you are privileged for being here. Many are not here. We've lost many of our loved ones too soon. We are privileged to be here. When you're doing dishes, turn that into a sacred moment. There's someone on the other end of that water of the faucet that worked at the water treatment facility that brought you that water. So there's human hands on the other side of that sink, even if you don't see them. When you're taking the garbage out, there's a garbage man waiting to pick it up. Some countries don't even have proper sanitation. You're privileged to be where you're at, and you're privileged to be in this moment. And it is sacred. And the garbage man and the water person and you, we are all sacred beings here working together to create this amazing thing that we call life. And it is a sacred opportunity for us to bring love into this life. That is what life is calling for. So if you happen to see the man picking up your trash, wave at him and tell him thank you. And thank your dishes, because that means you've had food to put in your belly. Every single thing that you're doing can be turned into a sacred moment if you just switch your mind to it. So move into that sacred moment today. Beyond our sacred cold practice, take everything you're doing and turn it into a sacred moment. And that is how we move into the sacred all the time. I'll see you tomorrow for Sacred Cycles. Namaste at the pole.